Hey people, what's going on? Welcome to Real Tough Talk. Tough Talk.
How is that even possible?
Tough Talk.
Whoa! Stephen J. partner goes,
Show some respect. You did not answer the question.
he's a bad man.
Bad man.
He's a bad. He finally said it.
The slipper's gone. The dress has holes in it. The cart turned to Tough Pumpkin again. So what else you gonna do?
I guess this team couldn't cover a twin mattress with a king size sheet.
Lights out season.
Lights out for you. Let's get as quick into the game as possible because I am not staying in this wig longer than I have to.
I want to party. Play it out, bro. While you talking this guy. What's going on, people? What is the deal? What is the deal? I want to thank y'all for joining us on this very, very, very important show as we cover the BQFL playoffs. Welcome to Real Tough Talk. I'm Stephen J. I'm here with my partner Ghost, and we're here to bring you two awesome games in the BQFL, two championship games.
And obviously, we always come up with the same intro all the time. It's always a pleasure to come and to, showcase these games here, these championship games. It's always a lot of fun. Obviously, there's players that's, looking to show themselves on the big stage. They're trying to win it all. And we're just glad that we're able to showcase yet another set of championship games.
Well, with that being said, we're going to jump into the first game we want to talk about, and that's going to be the B division chip. Jungle Boys, the number 2 seed, versus Brotherhood, the number 4 seed. Now, these teams are coming off 2 big playoff wins in the Final Four, with Jungle Boys beating Gravediggers 21-12, and Brotherhood beating Don't Sleep 42-35. So both games was kind of close. One was a little more high scoring than the next, but both games was close. Definitely 2 good games. But now we're here to the most important one, the championship game. Now these 2 teams faced each other in the regular season, and I believe Jungle Boys came away with the win 22-21. Unfortunately, we wasn't around for that game, so we can't give you the actual details. But at the end of the day, they met in the regular season and the game was close. That has nothing to do with the championship. Nobody cares about that. You throw everything out the window, and it's all about this game. It's all about the stars of this game. And with Brotherhood, they come in, like I said, they're facing a team that beat them before, I believe, in the championship, and they're looking for a rematch and revenge. They're coming with some talented players. This team is led by their starting quarterback, Melvin. Guy definitely improved his game and also won a chip over an Expo. So I think that experience kind of helped get his confidence for when he comes back to BQFL. Of course, his playmaker, his main guy here, X, definitely a guy that's usually under some type of scrutiny by myself, most importantly, based on him not being able to come away with the big play through contact. And this is a stage for him to really get rid of that reputation. And also, this team goes as far as they pulse to the team. Their leader, their main guy, Machine.
And other names got to be mentioned too on this team. You also have good defenders. You have TP on that squad. You have Sky High on that squad. You have Mula, who we've been hearing having a great season this year. So you have a lot of firepower on this team, a lot of talent on this team, and they're not scared of their opponents. They've been here before. They've been in this rodeo before, and they want to make sure that regardless of what team is in front of them, they want to make sure that they take it all.
And on the other side, they're the number 1 seed. They've won a championship here before. This Jungle Boy team. This is a very dangerous team with a lot of talent. But the key, first, before I tell you who's here, I got to tell you who's not here. 2 of their big-time playmakers, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Shy, definitely known guy. A guy who won multiple UFL awards, an MVP, former defensive player of the year. This guy is a playmaker known for playing for grind time. And Benny, a guy who we know is climbing up that ladder, another former UFL all-star, a guy that's definitely known in this league as the next upcoming. So those 2 players are very important. That's not going to be here. But the players that is here, led by their quarterback, Yomi. Yomi has experience. He has won a UFL championship, but that was a long time ago. He's won other championships, but the biggest Achilles heel to Yomi's game is he doesn't score a lot. His decision making, he tends to hold the ball too long, is what a lot of teams say. So definitely he got to try not to do this against a hungry Brotherhood defense. But it's led by this guy also, Bo. Bo's a very important guy in this team. Definitely a guy that you have to count for. He's dangerous. Also, you got to talk about their coach, the Austin Pams, a guy known for winning championships. His Carver Mob, the record is undeniable. His championship pedigree, you're not even up for debate. So we know the greatness of him. But the leadership and experience and the playmaker has to come from this man, Cabby. I like to call him football Giannis. This guy can take over the game. And I say Giannis because I can't really say his last name that well. Antetokounmpo or
Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, that, what he said. That's what Cabby has to be, because Cabby has the reach. He has the confidence, but I think at times he's not really a guy that the troops follow because he just doesn't have that leadership qualities. I know it's there, but a lot of times he is kind of I think he's the more of the tough love guy when he has to be more of a coddle guy. That's what I think is issues, but nothing can be debated about this guy's playmaking. Everybody knows him. I keep saying if he was in the UFL draft, he would have went at least second overall. Definitely a guy that has to be accounted for.
And obviously, this team has a lot of playmakers, a lot of guys who are experienced in playing on this level, playing in championships. This is nothing new to them. So they're looking to show that this is a game that they're definitely set up to win. They're here for a reason. And they're showing that at the end of the day, you know, they have the coaching experience. They have the playmaking experience. They have Yomi's experience at quarterback. You know, I believe at the end of the day, this game, you mentioned that it has to be carried by Cabby. I believe that this game is only going to go as far as Yomi takes them. Obviously, he's going to have to be the one to get these guys the ball. It has to be him. He has to step up, and he has to be able to get into the end zone, because this defense is not going to show no mercy to him, and that Brotherhood offense can put up points when you give them an opportunity. So you have to battle with them and keep ahead of the curve with that scoring. With their scoring offense, they have to be able to put points on the board if they really want to come away with this win.
I'm going to disagree with you. I don't think this team can be led by Yomi, because that's like having Dennis Rodman lead. Can a guy lead that can't score? Yomi can't score. He's not a big.
This is football. It's not basketball.
I understand what you're saying, but he has to be able to score. And I think based on the way that Jungle Boys is put together, they cannot be led by Yomi having to make plays. His receivers have to make plays for him.
However they're going to figure it out, they have to put up points on offense. That's my point.
We're going to jump into some of the interviews, and we'll be right back after we talk to a few of the players and the coaches. We'll be right back.
What's going on? Stephen J here with Los of Brotherhood. They're about to play a championship versus Jungle Boys. Regular season, I believe y'all played each other and they beat y'all 22-21. Game was close. How was y'all able to keep the game so close the first time y'all played?
Our defense stepped it up that day. We came short, only had 8, but we played our best that we could.
What it's got to do about y'all leaders? You know you're playing against Jungle Boys, but they led to one of the most known and winning coach of all time, which is Pams. What do y'all got to do in order to stop his talk, like the mind games? How you got to do to combat that?
Ignore it. Ain't nothing to say about it. Ignore it. You feed into it, it's going to work.
What your defense got to do, you know, that side of the ball, Yomi, it's not really known as putting up a lot of points, but he got a lot of playmakers led by Cabby. What do you got to do to slow him down?
Definitely, we're going to have to press up on the line on him, get hands on him, and fight with him. When that ball go up, fight with him. That man big.
What advice would you give to Melvin coming into this game, your starting quarterback?
Play how you play. Mel's ready. Ain't nothing to say to him.
All right, we're going to thank Los for being with us. We're going to wish him good luck.
Thank you.
See y'all guys. Thanks, brother. Stephen J here with Machine, captain of Brotherhood in the championship game versus Jungle Boys. I'm going to jump out the window and ask you the first question. How your defense is going to stop Cabby? That's the one everybody's talking about. What's your defense strategy to stop him?
I mean, we just got to get physical with that kid, man. That's it. One go for the hit, one go for the jump. We get physical with him. We got a game plan for it, man.
What is your mindset going against Pams? You know, Pams is a guy who likes to manipulate the game, brings everybody to focus on him. How you get your troops to not worry about what Pams is saying or doing on the sideline?
I mean, like I told my team, we ain't worrying about them. You know what I'm saying? It's everybody against us right now. You feel what I'm saying? We just stay focused. We don't worry about what he said. We play our game. Like, it's a difference. Like I said, it's a difference between the team and the brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? So.
Melvin, what advice you would give Melvin on the offensive side of the ball? They got a lot of guys that's ball hogs. They got a lot of guys that's going to try to capitalize any mistake he makes. What advice would you give your starting quarterback?
Take his time, man. Like, take what they give us. That's it, man. Take what they give us. Like I told him, I got his back, he got my back. That's it, bro. I got faith in my guy.
We're going to thank Machine Bean. He looks really focused right now. But he's smiling, so that's always a good thing. We're going to wish him good luck. We're going to see what happens after the game.
Good luck, bro.
Ready? Stephen J here with Coach Pans of Jungle Boys in the championship game versus Brotherhood. Yomi's style is a little different. He's not a guy that runs up the score. He's a guy that likes to throw the chop off. They saying they're going to take away that. Are you going to take shots downfield?
Nah, Yomi's smart. Yomi's a good quarterback. He kind of reminds me of Chuck. They don't got the big arm, but he's smart. He know how to open the field and take what they give him. They can say whatever they want. We're going to stick to our game plan. And, you know, we're going to try to win the game. That's it.
People say you take this as serious, you take your Carver team, because you just out here coaching. You take everything to the same level. Does it seem sometimes this side, playing with coaching Jungle Boys, is a little more difficult than coaching your regular Carver Mob?
Let me give you a quick example, right? Check it out. Carver Mob is in a playoff game right now. Look where I'm at. So, you know, it's more challenging here with them. It feels to win with them is a little more like Carver. I'm not trying to be right. I feel like most of the times going into a chip game, it's like a 70-30% chance we win him. With them, I don't know. So when we do win, it feels way more better. You know, I'm just saying.
He get high off that rush.
You know what I'm saying?
Last question. You know this is a momentum scene led by their quarterback. How do you keep your guys to play discipline and not give this team any type of momentum?
Well, I'm going to slow the game down. Obviously, I know we only got 8 players. So I'm going to play. I'm going to coach this game like I coach Carver game. We're going to take everything down to the 1 or the 2 second. And we're just going to chop the field up. We're going to try to limit them to at least the most 2 possessions they have. And hopefully we stop them and we capitalize on our 2 possessions. But we're going to try to take the air out the ball. You know what I mean. Football players know what I mean.
Right. We're going to thank fans for being with us. I love that fact he said he gets a rush out of this. That's why he's here. It's like that high you like. He get it from the nerves here. Thanks, fans, for being with us. Wish you good luck, man. Appreciate you.
Go.
We're going to thank those guys for talking to us. And we already gave you the tail of the tape. So we're going to jump right into the game, and we're going to see where that gets us. We're going to jump in with Jungle Boys getting the ball first, and they're going to end up going 4 and out. So we're going to start with that. First down, Yomi with 2 passes in the gap, getting them near the 10-yard line. 4th and goal, Yomi on 5 rush, pump fakes, tries to run, but it's tagged by, watch me, just short of the end zone, turnover on downs. Not the way you want to start up the drive. And if you look here, Yomi looks away from E-Rock as he gets open in the front. That has always been Yomi's issue. Scoring, but mostly decision-making. Decision-making is a part of scoring. If your decision-making ain't good, you're not going to score. And you see here, he has an opportunity. He tries to run with his legs. Yomi is not a great running quarterback. He's a good receiver. He gets open, but he's not a great running quarterback. And watch him, he's able to make the tag, and they make the stop here.
And the thing about it is he's looking away, and I believe that after he saw E-Rock in the beginning of the play, like right here, he looks away because he sees a defender in the vicinity. While he looks away, E-Rock separates from the defender. He's wide open. A quick pass right there in the gap, it's a touchdown. But because Yomi looks him off after he sees the defender there and doesn't stick with him, he looks to the back of the end. So I believe he's looking for Cabby in the back. He doesn't have opportunity to get him the ball, and he's forced to run there. This is not a good play that you want to get. This is not a good decision. Like you said, decision-making struggles here is shown that Yomi has those issues, and if he doesn't have the ability to stick with the player and actually have confidence that he's going to break away, then you're going to miss plays. A lot of quarterbacks make a mistake. Unfortunately, Yomi's one of them right here.
All right, Brotherhood gets the ball back on the 4 and out. First down, Melvin throws deep to Mula, who has a step on ball in the middle, overthrown, incomplete. This is a very important play. We're gonna come back to why. Long, after a short pass to Guns, Melvin throws deep to Lowe's, cutting in the gap. He's gonna catch the ball, get in the end zone for the touchdown. X is gonna get the extra point. That's gonna be 7-0 Brotherhood. The thing about this play is, like I was telling you before to watch it, Bo is gonna react late at the safety position as Lowe's cuts across. Now, mind you, Bo's on his heels because they just went after him on the first play that was just overthrown when Melvin went to Mula. They come back after Bo. Now, I think this is the issue. They're giving Bo too much information to break down. He's not confident back there. He doesn't know what's going on. They blame Day for this, but we can clearly see it's not his fault. What do you think of the play?
And I believe that they set up Bo on these plays here. First of all, they tested him by sending Mula down there. And, you know, it was, Mula had space, but it was overthrown. So that's unsuccessful, but that's a test. This one here, if you look, but then you see two cross in front of Bo. So now Bo has to pick which receiver he picks up. By the time he makes a decision, Los is already wide open for the touchdown. Bo can't react in time, and that is a touchdown for Brotherhood right here.
Well, right now we have 7-0 Brotherhood. Jungle Boys get the ball back. Yomi on fire rush, rolls right and throws deep to Headache open in the middle, who runs it in the end zone for the touchdown. If you look here, Los gets beat by Headache. Headache cuts back inside and makes a good route to get open. But this is all about the great blocking by E-Rock. Yeah, E-Rock is a little shorter, doesn't have the height, but the kid has the power and he's able to move his feet. Gives up great blocking. Listen, I just got on this passing attack, but when they were able to get time, Headache a guy that, you know, if you hear his name, you know, but the guy still shows he's capable of making plays. He made his career with the U. Pants picked him because he felt he can help this team, and we see him doing that by getting in the end zone for the touchdown. Great play by this Jungle Boys offense to strike right back. 7-6 Brotherhood. I'm sorry, go ahead.
And the thing about E-Rock, like you just mentioned, it's not always about power and size. It's about positioning. And E-Rock knows exactly how to position himself to keep himself in between the rusher and the quarterback. And that's exactly what he does. Gives Yomi the opportunity to make that throw to Headache as Headache gets some space behind the defense. And it looks here, if you look at Los, he's chasing Headache. But as Headache gets behind him, Los can't turn around and react in time. By the time he's able to react, it's too late, and Headache is already getting that pass for the touchdown there. That was just an overall good play by the offense, responding and bringing them right back in the game, 7-6.
All right, Brotherhood gets the ball back. First and goal at the 40. Melvin throws the Guns open in the gap for a decent game. Second down, Melvin on 5 rush, gets past Cabby, runs for a decent game to a 12-yard line. Cabby can't stay with Melvin. Melvin doesn't have blow-away speed, but he's very elusive. He's able to get away. And if Cabby cannot get that reach on him, he's going to get beat all day. Good run there by Melvin. Fourth and goal after an incomplete pass. Melvin on fire brush finds X cutting in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. If you look here, the defense is playing man while Headache is left on the corner in the zone. They go right after them. 13-6. Brotherhood.
And right here, I do not believe that this is Headache's fault. If you look here, he's guarding the sideline. Every defense is they always tell the corner, never leave the sideline. Never leave the sideline. So that's exactly what he does. But because he doesn't leave the sideline, there's nobody to pick up this receiver here. Everybody's locked up on one receiver, but Headache is stuck on the corner. Nobody's communicating with him, so he's doing his job, but nobody tells him to slide over. By the time anybody's able to make a move, he's wide open. The receiver's wide open for the touchdown. What is all that about?
No way. You just said everybody is in a man.
All right.
If everybody on the field is in a man, why is Headache in the zone?
All right, but again,
how is it not his fault?
Listen,
everybody's in a man, and he did not get the memo.
Listen,
but
the reason why, no, first of all, the reason
thing go up.
Listen, the reason why is because a lot of times teams just go out and play defense. They're not communicating. They're not talking about what they're gonna do on this down, what they're gonna do on this down, and because of that, what is the face?
They talk with telepathy.
No, they're not talking.
They rolled the dice and said, "We're going there." No,
they're not talking.
Man, Hedrick did not know there was a man. You got to put him on him. Listen, we gave him credit for the touchdown. Now, if they did not tell him, I give you that. But it's hard for me to believe that 5 other guys knew there was in a man, and he was the one guy that didn't know. Now, again,
listen,
we wasn't in the huddle, so we don't know if they told him. I'll give you that. But you got to say it's his fault unless they did not tell him.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't know. So my thing is, at the end of the day, the whole defense get blamed for that play because lack of communication shows that there's receivers going to be open. One person's doing this, one guy's doing that. We see it all the time, especially in the red zone. In these plays that's in the end zone, guys got to communicate more so there than in any other play because this is a touchdown that you're trying to stop. So at the end of the day, you put it on the whole defense because communication could have changed up this play, and they did not do that, and because of that, and there goes a touchdown right there.
All right, well, that is 13-6 Brotherhood. Jungle Boys get the ball back. First down at the 46. Yomi on 5 rush runs out of bounds for no gain. But unfortunately, E-Rock gets injured while blocking. Watch me. Dislocated shoulder. He will not return. That was not only a gruesome injury, it was a heartfelt injury because E-Rock is one of the coolest guys on the field. He's a humble guy. And for this team to lose the guy who just caused them to score because of his blocking, for them to lose him after not having Benny and Shy is huge. And he's going to go down and not return. I don't think it was a dirty play. I think they just got tangled up and his arm popped out. As you can see it hanging. What do you think?
And this is a devastating thing to happen. Devastating for any team. And to see it happen in the way that it did, not only was it something that you can, it's just knowing the pain that your player, your teammate, your brother's going through. It's hard to deal with, you know? Knowing that this person's going through it, you can't help it, you know? Right. So it could kind of throw you off the game. And hopefully that doesn't do that. But everybody's human, and that's hard to deal with. Hopefully he's able to recover soon, you know, get better soon, but that's going to be a big loss for that team. And I'm not sure if they're not going to miss him with plays that he's been giving on the field so far.
Well, second down, Yomi on 5 rush, just dodges, watch me. Throws deep to Cabby, 1-on-1. Cabby makes the catch over TP for the touchdown. Listen, do me a favor, get that baby out the street. Get that baby out the street. Let me explain something to you. Matter of fact, we're going to take that away. No, because it wasn't a physical play. We're going to take that away. My apologies. Let's take out the get the baby out the street. I apologize. Let me say it right. Cabby was going to the penthouse and dropped TP off on the 5th floor before he went to the penthouse. And you know the penthouse he went to? You remember in Different Strokes? When you went to the penthouse and the penthouse looked probably better than the whole building? That's what Cabby did. He left TP in that part of the building we never saw because we didn't even see where TP was. We just seen Cabby jump out the gym, which is why I say he's football's Giannis. He goes upstairs and there is nobody on his field that can guard Cabby in that position like that on just a straight jump ball. Only way I can jump with him, I think when momentum moving is sky high. But as far as his jumping ground straight up the vertical, nobody can go with him because of not only his ability to jump, his reach.
This is when you put a body on him. And that's not what TP does. He tries to jump with him. Why? Why would you try that? That doesn't work. And as you saw, it didn't work. So at the end of the day, on a play like this, when you're already beat, he's in position to go and get the ball. You're supposed to put a body on him. Make him drop that ball or make him earn it on his way down. They didn't do either, and because of that, Cabby's able to easily go upstairs and grab that ball and bring it down for the score. That's something that they got to do better because Cabby's known for doing this throughout his whole career. You got to know better than that, but they give up a touchdown here, right here.
And shout to Pants for keeping the group together after a devastating injury to score on that same drive. That's coaching, and they're able to score. Now, right now, the score is 13-12 Brotherhood. Third down, Brotherhood gets the ball back. Third down at the 35-yard line with a few seconds left. Melvin on 5 rush, throws deep to X. X in the back of the end zone, comes down with it for the touchdown. Green gets the interception, 19-12. But, as always, we can't have no regular clear game. controversy on this play. Now, if you see here, unfortunately, Cabby blocks the shot. Y'all
As he's rushing in, yeah.
Rushing in, y'all all know Cabby is way taller than Ghost. So Cabby blocks the shot. As the ball coming down, Cabby is blocking the shot again. But if you look here as Ghost zooms it in a little bit to his best of his abilities, because this was at least, 40 yards downfield, Ghost?
Yeah.
You see X dive for the ball. He dove.
Mm-hmm.
As you can look between Cabby, you look here, you see X coming down to the ground. As he hits the ground here, it looks like the ball comes out. Looks like the ball is touching the ground. Then as he comes up, the ball completely pops out. It was called a touchdown. That play was missed, in my opinion. And I've been on that side that I've made a bad call, bang bang, and I thought it was a touchdown. This was not a touchdown. The ball came out. Now, mind you, we only got from our view. We can't see what the ref saw. And remember, X is making a turn, so it can look like maybe they didn't see the ball come out. But the only problem is that Pams went crazy was as X turns on the roll, the ball completely comes out.
Mm-hmm.
The rule in touch football is if the receiver goes to the ground, he must maintain possession throughout the fall. Now, if he didn't jump, didn't leave his feet, and he's on the ground already and he takes two, then it's two and it's over. But because he left his feet, when he comes back down, he must maintain position of the ball. I don't think he did. This shouldn't have been a touchdown, but it was. But I've been on that side. What you think, Ghost?
And the thing about it is, if you look, the thing is, I can't see exactly what he does, but everybody that was in the vicinity said that he dove for the ball. So that was confirmed already, that he dove for the ball. My question was, if he dove for the ball, then the whole maintaining possession has to come into play. If he's, you know how certain players slide and go after the ball sliding on the ground? Right. If that happened, he would most likely be in because he's already on the ground catching the ball. But because he left his feet to go after the ball, that's when all of those rules come into play. Unfortunately, this was a close play, but as you see, the ball just comes out. And because it doesn't look like he maintained possession or had control of the ball as he's rolling, that's where the ball comes out. And that's where the question of should this have been a touchdown in the first place comes in. And unfortunately, you know, it went the way it did.
Now, because like you know, I understand why you're giving it the benefit of the doubt because Cabby blocks the shot. You can't tell if X left his feet or if he slid. But from multiple sources that we heard, yourself excluded, was X had made a great effort diving. He dove to go get this ball.
And I'm gonna say one thing. Some people may say, "Oh, well, why wasn't I in a better angle to catch the play? You know, I'm too far away from the play. I need to get closer and everything like that." But understand, the point of the camera is not always to catch or to get the highlight plays right in front of the camera.
Right.
It's to analyze the whole game.
Right.
So in order to analyze the whole game, I have to be at the place where I'm behind the quarterback and I can see the whole field. So that's why I'm in the position that I'm in. Unfortunately, because I'm in that position, plays like this happen every now and again.
Yep.
And, you know, it's going to be hard to catch. Now, most of the time I do get them.
We know that.
From you know, some way or another, I do get them. But plays like this is unavoidable when you're in this position. And that's why there was nothing that could be done from that shot.
Correct. That's going to take us into the halftime, 19-12. Now, if I'm Jungle Boys, one, no Benny, no Shy. Those are two of our best defenders. We just lost E-Rock, gone for the game. This is why I need Pams. Pams is frustrating. So you may not get the same Pams because this hurt him. You see it in his face. You see it in his coaching. This hurt him. I need somebody else to step up. I need another leader to step up. That's the question. Now, I know we can wonder, it's a controversy of if X made the catch. I could give you that. Why was X open? X was open. This is X's second touchdown. Why are we giving the man that we know is Melvin's number one guy the ability to get open? The one thing we can't let is X beat us, and that's exactly what we're doing. That's my issue. The one mistake I think we made as a team, because I'm covering Jungle Boys, Cabby should have been playing safety. Cabby cannot stop Melvin on the run. And Melvin is dropping back too far. Cabby is not going to get no tips because Melvin naturally drops back. He's a home run hitter. So the ball is going up. It's never going to go straight. It's going to go up because that's how Melvin throws. So Cabby does not help us at all in this position. If Cabby goes deep, because of his reach, it's an ability for him to make a play and at least make Melvin question his ability to go downfield, and it protects Bo, who is undersized. That's what I think we should do in the second half. That's what I think we should have did in the first half, but that's what we got to do in the second half. Melvin went 3 for 3. Brotherhood's offense went 3 for 3. They scored on 3 possessions. That can't happen. They're a number 4 seed. They have won championships here. We know the key to stop this team is to stop X. Get physical with them. We didn't. Hopefully we can change in the second half.
And I'm not going to play the role of, we're talking about this game live, because most of you know the outcome of this game already. So I'm going to say it based on what I believe Brotherhood was thinking at that moment in the half. Right there, this is what they were thinking. We have this team on the ropes. We have this team off kilter. We have this team off balance. We have an opportunity in the second half, Brotherhood speaking, to put this game away. They get the ball in the half, and they're already up 1 touchdown. So if they take advantage of this next drive, they can put the game away and they can keep the momentum that they just gained from this big play. Yes, controversial, whatever. It went in their favor. They got to find a way to take advantage of it. And that's what I'm sure that they're planning to do. If they don't, then that's an opportunity missed. But right now, they do have this Jungle Boys team off balance. And they have an opportunity to take the momentum. If they make this next drive count and make good decisions, Melvin and this offense need to step up and make plays the way that they have, because up until now, they haven't been stopped yet. So they need to keep that rhythm going because it's working. This Jungle Boys team has no answer for them, and they have to show that they will not have an answer for them in the second half.
All right, we're going to jump into the second half, like you said, with Brotherhood getting the ball. First down at the 48-yard line. Melvin on fire rush, gets past Headache, runs for a nice gain and a first down. They make the change. They put Headache at the giver, and they move Cabby. The problem with this is I think Headache is coming too aggressive. He wants to get a shot on Melvin to take him out of his game, but Melvin is very elusive. Headache misses him, and he's able to get yards on this run. Second down, Melvin throws a watch me open in the gap for a decent gain, getting him to the 10-yard line. If you look here, Cabby's playing too far back in the end zone and leaves watch me open. Now they're bringing instead of going after X, they're attacking. Melvin already has lead. He's attacking the space on the field and is trying to draw them in so he can go over the top. But he's bringing them in. Great play right there by Melvin. 3rd and goal. Melvin finds Lowe's open in the front of the end zone for the touchdown. If you look in here, Reem and Menstrate guarding the same receiver on the sideline. X gets the extra point. 26-12, Brotherhood.
And not only do you have X scoring 2 touchdowns, but now you have Low scoring 2 touchdowns. So this guy, Melvin, is getting it done on his feet and downfield. Now he's chopping up the field, forcing the defense to step up and leaving the receivers open up top. This is Melvin calculating the game, taking advantage of the defense. This is all purposely done. Melvin is taking control of the game, making the decision that's needed to be made, and he's able to get this team a bigger lead out of the half by finding Los again for another score here.
Mestre and Reem is not defensive players. Mestre's going to go down as one of the best players of all time. He's going to go in the TFL Hall of Fame, but he's not a defensive player. Reem is not a defensive player. And they went after the guys with their second best receiver on who? 2 non-defensive players. Smart play by Brotherhood. They know where to attack. They didn't let their ego get and say, let's go after the best guy. We're going to get to go after the guys that don't play. These 2 guys are guarding the same guy. Leave Los wide open. Right now, the score is 26-12. After getting the first down, Yomi on 5 breaths gets sacked by VIP. Second down, Yomi with blocker from Vic. Yomi throws deep to Bo on the sideline, picked off by Machine, giving the ball back to Brotherhood. If you look here, the ball hangs too long. One thing Machine has is closing speed. He's not the fastest out the gate, but when he gains momentum, he has closing speed, closing in and getting interception. This ball was stood up. Yomi kept the ball up, and Machine made him pay, and that's an interception.
And one thing I could say other than that is this was a clearly telegraphed pass by Yomi that Machine saw a mile away. If you give him a straight shot for the ball as he does here, Machine is already looking and reacting before the ball is thrown. It's too late. And the ball hangs in the air way too long. And because of that, Machine is able to easily step up and get the interception, putting his offense right back on the field. You do not give them straight shots. When you do, they take advantage, and that's what happened here.
Melvin gets the ball back. First down, throws deep to Mula, who has a step on Day. Mula misses the ball, incomplete. Second down, Melvin throws deep to X, open in the middle, who runs past Cabby for a nice gain and the first down. Melvin has confidence. He's throwing the ball all over the yard and making the Jungle Boys pay. Second down, on 5 rush, Melvin just gets by Headache, who goes inside. Then Mula with the block here on Day as Melvin runs into the end zone for the touchdown. Headache gets a sack on the extra point, but it is 32-12. Brotherhood right now is becoming a laugher.
This play is one that catches Headache off guard. He goes a dive to get him on this play, and unfortunately, he just misses him. He misses him. He believes that he got him, but if you look at the camera, look at the way he dives, and look at the way Melvin moves, he just misses him here. Now, if he had a couple more inches on that dive, he could have got him, but unfortunately, it wasn't enough to get Melvin. He misses him here, and Melvin running to the sideline, Mula with a huge block to get Melvin a lane and run into the end zone. This is your player not being, obviously Mula wants the ball. Mula's a guy that likes to score, get in the end zone, but he's not able to do that here, but he steps up and makes a big play to get his quarterback into the end zone. That is just as big as making a catch yourself. So at the end of the day, when the player steps up and makes big plays like that to get his team on the board, that is a championship caliber player. And that's what Mula is right here by stepping up and making a big block right there.
Yomi gets the ball back. He's going to throw 2 passes in the gap for a decent gain in the first down. Third down with blocking, Yomi throws a cabbie in the back of the end zone. It's going to be short, picked off by TP, who runs it all the way down the field for the touchdown. Ending the game, Brotherhood with the championship, 38-12.
Shout out to Brotherhood. When I say their offense played excellent this game, excellent. I don't believe their offense got stopped once this game. If I look at the plays here, I don't believe they got stopped once in this whole game.
They did not.
So yes, you can question the whole thing with X or whatnot, but that doesn't take away every other touchdown that they scored. And one half should have nothing to do with the next. You can't let one half bleed into the next. But again, I'm speaking on Brotherhood's behalf here. They did everything that they were supposed to do in this game. Their defense stepped up and made plays to stop the play, to stop Jungle Boy's offense from getting back in the game. They put pressure on Yomi. They made Yomi second guess a lot of his decisions, and because of that, he made a lot of mistakes in this game. There's so much that this team did right. They took Cabby completely out this game besides that one touchdown he had. I don't even remember him being in the game that second half. That's how much they went to Cabby in the second half. He was non-existent. And that's because they got into Yomi's head to the point where he wasn't he wasn't even trying to force past the Cabby until that last drive. So job well done to this defense. Job well done to for this whole team. They didn't let their opponents rattle them. They didn't let the pressure of winning this game affect them. They came in, they did their job, they played well, and they come away with a championship. Congratulations to them.
We're gonna talk to Melvin and X before I give my opinion on Jungle Boys, but we'll be right back. We'll let them talk.
What's going on? Stephen J here, Real Tough Talk, here with Melvin, X, two of the guys I was main catalyst of their blowout win on Jungle Boys, 36-14. You guys connected today. We know y'all always connect, but to be able to connect on this type of platform, what does it mean for you personally as a quarterback?
As a quarterback, it means a lot because defenses know already that X is still my guy, and to be able to still find a way to draw him open, find a ways for him to make big plays when it matters most, that means a lot to me.
Jungle Boys is an established team. What does it feel like hearing that whistle blow, ending the game, not only winning the game, but dominating the game? What feeling did you go through when the game was over?
Multiple feelings. I'm happy, excited, from bottom to top. To beat a team like Jungle Boys, to beat a guy like Pam's as a coach, both great teams, great organization fillers. It means a lot, and it shows that our organization ourselves has come a long way, and we're planning on doing bigger things, definitely bigger things coming forward.
X, looking at your numbers, 2 touchdowns, 2 extra points. You was on fire today. How does it feel knowing that your quarterback, when the money's all on the table, have the trust in you to make plays?
I feel like he's a great guy, man. I trust him with all my heart. I trust my teammates. They always help me to bring me up every time I put my head down. But it feels good. It really feels good. It was kind of hard. It was very challenging because Jungle Boys is a very good team, and it felt very emotional when we was able to beat them because the last time we played them in the championship game, it was very heartbroken, and we owed them. And that's what we came here to do, to finish it.
You guys right now, listen, y'all a elite 1-2 punch. What's going forward with your game? You personally, I've criticized you, X don't like contact. You went through contact today. How was you able to improve the game to the next level, knowing that everybody's going to try to take you out? How you still be able to go up and make these catches in traffic?
So since day one, I always have people in my ear telling me, X, you're not good, this, you that. But I take that as a motivation. I keep working hard every single day. There's always room for improvement. And that's what I did today. I kept on improving myself and prove everybody wrong. I keep my mouth quiet, my hands do the work.
Melvin, tell me about that defense real quick on your side of the ball. They gave up only 12 points. Held Capital 1 touchdown catch. Other than that, they kind of shut it down. What do you say when you're the quarterback on the side, right, and they end the game with a pick six? Watching your defense on the sideline, what do you see when you're out there watching?
I saw a hungrier defense today for sure. I know Machine will be the first one to tell you that the defense has been a struggle this year, but they wanted to match the offensive intensity, and they said it in the first half that they wanted to come out hungrier in the second half, and they did their job. They sacked up, and I'm proud of them, absolutely. I'm so proud to have Machine as my brother and the defensive captain, and they went out there and they balled out for me for sure.
All right, we're going to thank these guys for being with us. Brotherhood, BQFL, they the champs. They beat a very strong team in Jungle Boys. We're going to see all these guys. Look at this squad right here. They the champions. Shout out to these guys. Went into their job, won a chip, and they beat Jungle Boys 36-14. Wow, blowout win, way to end the season. Shout out to them. Shout out to BQFL for bringing us on. We thank y'all. Thank you a lot, guys. Good night. Talk to y'all.
Shout to them guys. Appreciate y'all talking. Melvin was given the MVP of championship MVP, 4 touchdown passes. Another one he ran in, and he gave it to his guy X, who had 2 touchdowns, catches, and I believe an extra point. So
2 extra points.
2 extra points.
Yeah.
So that was great. Only reason I think Melvin beat him out is because he threw also two touchdowns to Los.
Yes, and he ran one in.
So that's why I think Melvin deserved it, but it's great that he wants to give it to X. And this team came out great, and they came out ready. Shout out to them for that. Brotherhood was in trouble. I'm sorry. Jungle Boys was in trouble the same way I always say, just like, I like to use other terms in other sports. Once teams felt that they can hit Mariano's cutter, the intimidation factor was gone. Once guys felt that Tyson wasn't able to connect on his power, the intimidation was gone. So at the bottom line, Brotherhood came in not scared of Jungle Boys. So I think Jungle Boys need to do something early. Brotherhood is a momentum team. So what do? You take away the momentum early. They didn't do that. Now, of course, a lot of people going to blame Yomi.
Mm-hmm.
I understand. He threw 2 interceptions in the second half. One of them a pick 6. But the man went 2 for 3 in the first half.
Yeah.
Now, he got stopped in the red zone on the first possession, but he got in the red zone. Brotherhood scored on every possession. Every time they got the ball, they scored.
Yeah.
The defense let Jungle Boys down. Yomi is going to be who he is. It's not going to change. He's not going to run up the score. He's not the quarterback to get into shootouts. He's a quarterback that's going to get a run here and there, chop the field up, get a play here, maybe throw an interception, maybe get stopped. He's like that. Brotherhood came out and they scored quick and furiously, and X led the charge. And this was, I got to put some of this on Pams. He's the coach. He's the leader. And I got to put some of it on Cabby. He's the most talented player on this team. I needed somebody ready to step up. This team used to have Kaka. Kaka was that guy. He's the guy that's going to rally the troops. When Jeremy was here, he's the guy that rallies the troops. You know, I need a guy that's going to rally the troops. It doesn't have to be the best guy. It needs to be a guy that's going to give me a pulse. And they didn't have it. Now, yes, did that touchdown hurt them with X, the controversy? Absolutely. Me and you both agree.
Yeah.
But that did not end the game. And as a team with experience that has won games, that should not have made you think, oh, the game's over. Was it a lot to overcome? Absolutely. E-Rock getting hurt, 2 of your main guys out here, and then giving up that touchdown, it was. But, like I said, you got one of the top 5 offensive players in the game on your team who had 1 touchdown catch. Can't happen. You must force Cabby the ball. I don't care what's going on. You got to force Cabby the ball, especially when you went down. And they didn't do that. And it hurt them. Cabby's supposed to at least get 10 targets. They didn't do that. They tried to hit Bo and Strive. The ball hung up. Machine picked it off. Bo was faster than Machine. But if you keep the ball up, Machine is going to get there, and he did. Mm-hmm. And then the game kept the ball up. TP's going to, because these guys are ball hogs. They're going after the ball, and they don't respect Yomi's arm. Jungle Boys came in, and they scored after being stopped once. They scored twice, but they allowed Melvin to do whatever he wanted, and that was going to cost you. Not only did you lose this game, they blew you out. They scored on every possession. That is an issue. This team got to look at themselves in the face and say, you know what? We allowed them to bully us. And that's what happened.
And I mean, there's nothing else to say about that. They kind of dropped the ball in the second half. Again, whatever happened in the first half was supposed to be erased. And they were supposed to play hungry in the second and the first. They let this Brotherhood team score right out of the gate in the first half. They were only down 7 in the first half. So make 1 stop. You get the ball back, you can completely change the momentum of the game. They didn't do that. They let them score, and then they got stopped. They let them score again, then got stopped, and you saw the pattern keep going on, going.
Yep.
Their rhythm in the second half was worse than the first. So they played worse in the second half than they did the first. You know, they scored 2 out of 3 times in the first half. They didn't score at all in the second. You know? So at the end of the day, they came out flatter in the second half than in the first. I can't say that that's because of one play that happened going towards the half, everything like that. The thing about it is, I would say, you know what? Things like that happen. A lot of these guys have been playing this game a long time already. They have enough experience to know that these things happen, and they got to push by it.
Yes,
they
you
know.
got to say, to heck with Brotherhood, to heck with the refs, to heck with the league, to heck with the commissioner, to heck with everybody in this park. It's all about us. And we're going to show them we're not going to allow you to take this game from us. They didn't do that.
Yeah.
And then it became a snowball. That Brotherhood wanted to embarrass them. Because you already know, and everybody know, Brotherhood felt that they was facing not Jungle Boys, they're facing Carver because of Pam's. Now, we all know we're not going to disrespect Carver and say this is Carver. We know that. We know that for a fact. But for the fact that you know what they done, it's no different from what everybody did to Golden State after they were blowing everybody out. And last year they made them pay. They looked at Pam's and said, you don't got these troops to back you up. You don't got the talent. You don't got the GOAT throwing. You don't got all these guys on your team. We're going to see what it's like to run up the score on you. You heard what Machine said, and I don't know if you heard in the pregame. He said, we're going to run through the city. Who says that? Carver runs the city. So we all know it's not on the same thing, but that's what made them get up more because in their mind, they're facing Carver. Again, we're not going to disrespect Carver. But again, it's motivation because they have Carver's coach on the sideline. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Listen, at the end of the day, none of that should matter, especially to this Jungle Boys team. This is a game that they had an opportunity to win. This is not a game that was undefeatable. It's not I'm not going to say nothing disrespectful to Brotherhood, but it's Brotherhood walking on the field, completely a better team than this Jungle Boys team. I can't say that. You know, Jungle Boys had enough talent to play better than they did in this game. So you didn't see their best in this game at all. And it's on them why that they came up short. They didn't put their best foot forward, especially in that second half. And hopefully they remember this because I'm sure that they do not want this to happen ever again. This one's not supposed to happen. And I'm sure they know that. And hopefully they come back and recover from this very game because this can't happen to them again.
This should help them at EHS. Definitely should. We're going to wrap this one up. Shout out to Brotherhood, BQFL, B Division champs. They beat Jungle Boys 38-12. Melvin gets the championship MVP, but gives it to his guy, X. Melvin, who had 4 touchdown passes. Another one he ran in. He gave it to his guy, X, who caught 2 touchdown passes and had 2 extra points. We're going to wrap this one up. Shout out to them. We'll be right back. Real Tough Talk.